Hello, everyone, and welcome to the collective water sign reading. I know that this one is definitely a little late, but all good things come with time and patience. Anyway, I am gonna, say some apologies in advance. My kids are home today, so if you hear thudding around or random screaming, it's fine. They're being supervised, sort of. Also, another thing, I do sometimes cuss in my videos, not intentionally. I just sometimes get caught up in the moment and something slips out. So if that is totally not for you, just a heads up, it might happen. Also, this is a general reading, okay? So not everything's gonna resonate for everyone, and don't try to make things fit that don't fit, okay? That's not what this is about. And I'm not a professional. This is my own personal interpretation. So, don't go and hold what I have to say as God's honest truth. It's just a matter of my reflections kind of on what cards are pulled. So we are going to get right into it. I have already, to kind of save time, I already shuffled and pulled out some energy cards. So we're going to get right into flipping those over and seeing what they have to say. The first pile that we're going to do, this is on, so this is the overall theme. That is what these oracle cards are saying. So, are you ready? Okay, let's get right into it. Okay, so from the energy oracle deck, there was two that had come out, and they were walking away and the magician in the mirror. I'm going to actually flip them all over and then just kind of look at the storyline of the overall energies, and then we'll get into kind of breaking them down. So from the spirit animal deck, you pulled the swan spirit, and it says time for a deep dive, and you also pulled the dove spirit, be peace. Okay, let's see what the angel cards had to say to you. Ooh. Life review. Take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. Chakra clearing. Call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes. Can't speak today. And clairvoyance. I am helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. Okay, so for the overall energy of this walking away and the magician in the mirror. So this could be walking away from relationships, situations, thought patterns, anything in the outer world or in the inner world, right? This really could, for each of you, as it's a general reading, it's going to resonate, to a certain part of your life. And, generally when we see these cards that are calling us to walk away, subconsciously, what it is in your life that you are being called to walk away from. Whether it is a bad relationship or a work situation, whether it's a thought process that you have completely, have continued to use again and again in your life, and it's not serving you. It's not a healthy thought process. Could be addiction purposes, like addictions. There's so many situations in our lives that we can walk away from, and they don't all have to be big, life-changing walking away. Sometimes it is just as simple as, well, I say just as simple, but it's a matter of just changing your mindset, okay? Changing the way that you have been looking at things. So the magician and the mirror. This is really talking about, this is, okay, so imagine that this fire here is the yang and this is the yin, okay? So this is really about being able to balance your actions with your reflections, and the magician, this is like the magician kind of in a tarot card, okay? You have all the powers to do so. Okay, so whatever you are walking away from and whatever you are, needing to bring balance to, this card is saying you have a crap ton of power to do that. Okay, and the mirror in the background here over on this side, it's all misty, you know, and that's the mirror is the reflection of what could come. And it's saying that with this mist here, it's saying that you have the potential to create anything that you want from here. Okay, so from walking away, whatever situation is not serving you, you have the power to create what is going to serve you best in the future. Okay? So the swan spirit, time for a deep dive, and the dove spirit, be peace. So the swan is really saying, this is time to go below the surface. Okay, this is time to really go below the superficial kind of, you know, base level, you know, and really dive down into you. Dive down into what is making you, where, whatever this walking away situation is, and whatever this balance of the magician is saying, it's saying go beneath the surface, okay? Really dig deep into who you are. That's where you're going to find your answers. That's where you're going to find that next step, you know, and be peace, you know, that diving deep, you'll find that peace, you know, and if you don't, know that you can create peace. Okay, know that you are in the power of constantly creating your own peace. So with life review, chakra clearing, and clairvoyance, a life review, you know, if you are walking away from, you know, something that, you know, this has been your whole life, and now you're closing that door, it's no longer serving you, and you're walking away, there's a time and a place always for review. Because you need to reflect on what you have come from. Okay, that's extremely important. And during those reflections, when you're diving deep as a swan, you are going to find the parts of you within your chakras, within your body that is imbalanced. You know, we all carry energies, good and bad. And by really going deep down, you are going to find where those chakras are blocked, okay? Where that energy is stalling, you know, where you're stagnant, where you need to add a little bit of something, okay? And clairvoyance, I am helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see. Dive in, you know, dive in deep. Walk away from not serving you. Know what know that you are the magician. You are the magician. You have the power to create anything that you want. You know, by diving in and really finding who you are and what you need to go forward from here, you are going on that spiritual journey. You are indulging yourself in the next spiritual awakening moment. Okay, you're aligning yourself with it. That might be a better way to say it. Okay. So that is the overall theme here. That's a pretty big theme, my little water signs. So let's get into the tarot here. So the overall theme, really diving deep, you know, as I said, it's a general reading, so what you're walking away from is definitely, you know, going to be a little different for everybody, and that's normal. That's what general readings are. It's not going to be the same page for everybody. How boring if our lives were all the same, right? I know. All right, so we are starting with the Light Seers deck, and we are going to pull your current energies towards the situation. What are the current energies for the collective water sign situation here? What are the current energies? What are they walking away from? So you pulled the Six of Wands, the Ten of Wands, and the Page of Wands. So I'm just going to pull some clarifiers for each one of those. Six of Wands. Ten of Wands. Page of Wands. Oh, thank you. Okay, so the Six of Wands was the first card you pulled. So this is really about it can really be about being in the spotlight. You know, this is your moment. This is kind of your time to shine, you know? And if you are walking away from a situation that maybe has not served you in the past, you are liberating yourself, you know, by going forward, by really moving into this next phase, by taking your power back, by being that magician in the mirror. You are liberating yourself. And the Ace of Swords and the Knight of Swords were what clarified that, you know? So this clarity here with this Ace of Swords, like this is a whole new, brand new, beautiful thought process. Okay, this is a whole new way of looking, you know, by like that swan spirit, you know, by diving down into the true depths of you. You know, you have uncovered this whole new bright and shining light, you know, and there's that forward movement of this Knight of Swords, you know, and Spirit is just guiding his footsteps, guiding him on that next way, guiding him on that next step. Here, child, come this way. Let's go, you know? And it's like the Knight of Swords he's not a slow moving knight. Okay, he's somebody he is literally just being pushed to go forward, okay? Pushed to really dig deep, to really find this clarity in here, okay? By liberating him, like it's a liberating feeling to walk away from things that aren't serving you, whether those are relationships or situations or thought process. That is liberating, okay? And it doesn't need to be a big show where everybody in the world is like, oh wow, congratulations, good for you. No, not at all. But to you, it is a liberating feeling. To you, on a personal level, it is going, you know, it changes how you view yourself, okay? It changes how you look at yourself and look at your strengths. Liberating yourself is the first step. You need to feel the liberation. So what was after that was the Ten of Wands. And again, this is very much like the walking away card, okay? This is somebody who is leaving behind the hard times, leaving behind things that aren't serving them, leaving behind situations that are not healthy for them, okay? They have packed their bags. They have, you know, this one, to me, this oxen is very much, I always find that to be your solids in your life, you know? Rallying kind of like that group, you know, those people who are going to support you in this next one, and sharing your load, you know, not burdening people, but sharing your load, because the people who love you, who truly love you and want to see the best for you, are always going to be there to offer that help. Okay? So this is not being afraid to accept the help that is there to move past this, to move down this mountain, to walk away from these things. And this Ten of Wands was clarified by the wheel. And how beautiful, right? This is a karmic change, my friends. This is a balance in life that is going to bring forth a brand new, positive, beautiful beginning. Okay? And it might not be beautiful and positive, like it might not be all the butterflies and the rainbows right at the beginning, no. But it's putting you on that next path. Okay? It's putting you on that next step to really align you to where you need to be. And the Page of Wands, like, oh my goodness, butterfingers. Where the heck did that go? Oh, goodness. Sorry, guys. Page of Wands is jumpy. This Page of Wands, like this person, you know, she's a girl in this picture, but so I'm going to describe it as a she, but that's not gender specific, okay? This girl is she is alive, okay? She is inspired and passionate about being where she is right now, okay? She knows that she has come full circle. See that full circle? She has come full circle to an understanding. She's come full circle to liberating herself and being so passionate about where she is. She's just so stinking excited. Like, look at that, right? So stinking excited. And it was clarified by the Justice. karmic truth and balance, you know? So walking away from situations that aren't serving you. If it is a karmic imbalance and, you know, and what has been in the past has not served you because people have used and abused or, you know, just taken, and you have gotten the short end of the stick again and again and again. The karmic balance is bringing that balance right back to you. And it's saying, it's okay, child. You know, yes, okay, the scales were maybe tipped in injustice before. But by walking away and liberating yourself here, you are balancing the situation. Okay? So let's get, and at the bottom of the deck actually was the Three of Cups. This is a fellowship, okay? This is people that you can connect with and grow with on, you know, on an emotional, spiritual, religious level, you know? This is about really finding your people. Finding your people who are there to support you through this next phase. Yeah, because it was followed by the Six of Cups and the Empress. Okay, so the Six of Cups is oftentimes to me a very nostalgic card, you know, remembering the good times and knowing, you know, appreciating what has brought you kind of to this next phase. And the Empress is really about having the creativity and like the passion and the fertility to create, you know, the life that you want to manifest from here. Walking away isn't easy, you know, and that doesn't necessarily mean from relationships, but from life patterns, from thought processes. That's a tough one. You know, tell yourself that you're gonna, you know, think of things all differently, and this is how, you know, and you're really, that's not the way I'm gonna think anymore. Yeah. Tell me how that goes. That's not a one-time decision. No, that's a decision that comes up every time you face another hard obstacle of self-doubt, or, you know, something comes in your way to kind of stop you, and then instantly, you know, those bad thoughts are there, and you kind of, if you don't watch yourself, you relapse, there we go, into like, you know, that same old kind of way of thinking that hasn't served you, you know. That can be a tricky one to walk away from, for sure. But diving, again, this swan, she just keeps standing out. She's such a beautiful card that she literally just keeps, you know, standing out to me. Like, this is about really going down and just seeing how beautiful and truly unique you are on your own. Okay? Okay, so we are going to pull some from the Wild Unknown here. And these are going to be, those are current energies. Sorry, guys. We're going to pull these as like the unknown factors that are at play here, whether those are fears or challenges that we need to, you know, overcome. What is an unknown factor that is at play here for the collective? So you pulled the Ten of Pentacles. Oh, okay. So you pulled the Ten of Pentacles as your unknown factor here. And it was clarified by the Four of Swords. This is completion. This is happy completion. This is having everything. This is just an abundance of emotional wealth, an abundance of, you know, material wealth or family wealth, or just, it's just an abundance of life. You know, it's being fulfilled in all aspects of your life. And it was clarified by this Four of Swords. And this is an enlightenment card, guys. Okay, this is really about going back to that quiet, peaceful lamb, all within your soul, and really honing in on who is really in there, And by doing that, will bring you this ultimate fulfillment, okay? By really figuring out who you are. What is the true you, my little water sign? That's where you're going to find this abundance, okay? What are the unknown? What are the fears? What are the fears of the water sign? Like this walking away. What are fears? What are fears? The Six of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. So the Six of Pentacles is all about giving your love out, okay? Giving your love, giving your enthusiasm on life. You know, it's about knowing that when you put your love out, universe is giving it back. Six of Pentacles is a very law of attraction kind of card to me, okay? And the Five of Wands here, this is very scattered. This is very like indecisive on where the Six of Pentacles is going. You know, and it can be a fear of, okay, if I give my pentacles out to situation A, you know, is that actually going to, you know, is that going to fulfill me? Is that where my fulfillment, you know, is that where I'm going to find that fulfillment? And the Five of Wands is being very scattered, being very unsure, you know, of where the Six of Pentacles is best going to serve you. Or, and you know, it can even be like, who is going, you know, if you give this out, you know, is whoever you're giving this out to, is that, are they going to reciprocate it? You know, are they, or is it, you know, it's a fear, right? It's a fear of the unknown. It's the fear of putting yourself out there, you know, putting yourself out there to be potentially hurt. You don't know the outcome. What do the water signs need to know about moving forward? What do they need to know, Spirit, about moving forward into this next phase? What does the collective water sign need to know about this journey? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Okay, so the Seven of Swords and the Two of Cups. So the Seven of Swords is, you know, a secrecy card, okay? This fox is still hiding one sword. There's six swords up here, but this fox is hiding one sword. And that can be you just not knowing all of the kind of facts. It can be people deceiving you, you know, with the Two of Cups behind it. It could be a deception in, you know, in a partner, in somebody that you have been, you know, sharing some sort of partnership with, whether that was a romantic partnership, like a soulmate connection of some sort, or, you know, or whatever the case. This to me, the way that this is, we'll pull a clarifier on it, but these two I'm feeling very unsure. Like there's just not everything is kind of, there's secrets about it, okay? There's secrets about whatever that Two of Cups, with whoever that Two of Cups is. Let me get a clarifier on this Seven of Swords, please. And the Seven of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. And then for this Two of Cups. I'm going to clarify your Spirit for this Two of Cups. What is this Two of Cups, Spirit? Okay. So the Seven of Swords was clarified by the Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. So this can also be a self-deception card and not actually fully like, you know, kind of deceiving yourself. But this to me is really saying that you have put in the work. The seeds have been, you know, you have planted all of these seven pentacles. You know, you have put the work in, you have done the lessons. And this Nine of Pentacles, this is self-liberate, like this is self-abundance. Nines are kind of like a solitude kind of card. And that is really finding that personal abundance. Okay, you have put in the work. This Seven of Swords, you have put in the work, and maybe you haven't shared with everybody that you have put in this work. Maybe you already have this next step, you know, what you're walking away from. You already have a step on what you're walking towards, you know, and you maybe haven't said it all. Maybe you haven't revealed that to everybody yet. You know, maybe you're still sitting on it and still waiting for that right time. Okay, but you have definitely put the work in for this Nine of Pentacles, okay? You have planted the seeds. And this Nine of Pentacles, you are fulfilling your personal needs. And that can be in earthly things. That can also just be in emotional, you know, deep-rooted things, right? This Two of Cups, it was clarified by the Ten of Wands and the Three of Wands. So maybe this Two of Cups is, you know, a relationship that just, you know, it's been really heavy. You know, it could be a romantic relationship. It could be a work relationship. Again, this could just be, you know, a family member relationship or somebody that you have worked, you've co-created something with, okay? But the burdens that have come with co-creating have been really heavy. Okay, whatever has come with this person has been a heavy, kind of unsure, maybe even unfair, you know, kind of situation. And this is having the vision from that, you know, having the clarity, knowing where you want to go forward from that. This doesn't even necessarily have to really be that, you know, this Two of Cups is a bad thing or this situation is burdened. This could simply be that you have not stepped into this Two of Cups. You know, that this Two of Cups, maybe you've kept it a secret. You know, there's been things that have burdened you in the past, whether they were past relationships or whatever you got going on there. I mean, that list could go on forever, right? This list of, you know, the burdens that we carry. I mean, that's different for everyone, but it also can be a pretty long freaking list, okay? And this can really be, the way that these are set up, this can really be, you know, you've maybe kept this a secret. Maybe you've kept who you wanted to create, you know, this with because of those burdens that you have been carrying, you know? But you planted the seeds. You planted the seeds, whether it's with maintaining a good relationship with this person, you know, you maybe haven't had a romantic thing or something, but you've maintained a solid friendship, you know, or they've just been an acquaintance or somebody that you've met through business, but you've, you know, you've respected it. You've made sure that you know, the seeds that you did plant there were good seeds. Okay, and from that you've, you know, there's that vision. From this burden and this confusion, there's vision, there's a sight forward, you know, where you want to go for, you know, as you walk through this gate, as that powerful magician, you know, you have the vision. You also have the power to create this vision into reality now. All right. And the bottom, yeah, see the bottom of that deck was the Seven of Wands. Let your little light shine. This is about you just coming into your own, you know, knowing that you are this powerful, beautiful, shining wand all on your own. Okay, knowing that by diving deep down in and finding that peace, you know, you are just your own beautiful, shining light. You know, you're your own beacon. All right, we're going to pull from the Good Tarot. We're going to pull some advice here. Spirit, what is the advice you have for the collective water signs? too many. Too many. Thank you. All right, at the bottom of this, your advice was the Sun card. Where you are going from here is going to bring you such fulfillment, okay? And walking away is a very scary thing, don't get me wrong, but I mean, it's going to be, and the Star card was right behind it. It's blessings, guys, okay? These are divine blessings. That's your wishing card, but it's also your blessings. It's the Spirit saying, child, you've put the work in, okay? You've done this, and here are your blessings answered. Thank you. Thank you for, thank you for being here. Thank you for putting the work in. Yeah, because the 8 of Earth was behind that. This is exactly about putting in the work. Reviewing the life. Reviewing where you've come from. Reviewing all of the steps that it took to get you to where you are. And it was followed by the 10 of water, the 10 of cups again. Okay? Okay, so the cards that you pulled here for Spirit was the Page of Water and the 9 of Earth. Again, self-abundance, feeling whole within your being, knowing that you are where you need to be, knowing that you have what you need. And if you don't have it within your fingertips right now, that you have the power to manifest what you need and that it will be there. Okay? So this Page of Water, that's like a very childlike, look at, she's just a little child, right? Childlike enthusiasm. You can't go into a new phase and be drawn out and distraught about the phase that you just came from. No, this is asking you and calling you to look at this with new enthusiasm, to look at this like through the eyes of a child, okay? And to appreciate this whole new you, to be excited to be this whole new you. So the Page of Water was clarified by the Hermit. Again, solitude. And that doesn't necessarily mean closing yourself off behind doors and being like, hey, I'm hibernating. I don't even want to talk to people. No, but this is saying about going back in again, reflecting on who you are again, okay? You guys are, your emotions. I know that emotions run extremely deep. Water signs are extremely deep beings. Like this swan is so you guys, right? Like so deep. I get that, and lots of emotions, okay? So look at it as a brand new, take that time to reflect, this is who I authentically am as my, authentic child, on this new outlook. And the 9 of Earth, clarified by the Ace of Earth. This is a new beginning, and a tangible new beginning, something that is literally happening within your 3D realm. And it can be an emotional new beginning, it can be a whole new spiritual enlightenment, but it's still going to manifest in your 3D realm. Because when you change who you are on the inside, and when you reflect deep on who you are on the inside, it changes who you are on the outside. Pretty clever, eh? Okay, so we are going to pull the last card. And this is from the Untethered deck. And we are just going to... This is one noisy deck. Oh my goodness. So it's new to me. Well, it's new. And I used it yesterday for the first time with my best friend. And it is just so... It talks. Like, it's hilarious because it is such... like, they have quite the pieces written on the back of them. And yet it's like, I have so much to say. Hear me out. So, Spirit, we are only going to ask for one, but what is the message for the collective water signs? Thank you, Spirit. Oh, and it couldn't be more perfect. This place of centered awareness is the seat of the witness, the seat of self. That is the only seat from which you can let go. Let me read this again. This place of centered awareness is the seat of the witness, the seat of self. That is the only seat from which you can let go. Only you can let go of what needs to be let gone. In the bottom of the deck for that one, your God is in ecstasy, and there is nothing you can do about it. And if God is in ecstasy, I wonder what he sees when he looks at you. You are loved. You are loved. You are loved for the human and the life that you have lived. It does not matter what you have done. It does not matter where you have come from. You are loved, and you are loved so much that, you know, the Lord is just, he's so proud of you for being here, you know, and that you don't have to be a spiritual person to accept that. You know, you don't have to be a Christian to accept that there is a higher power that is proud of you for being where you are right now. Okay? Wow, that was a beautiful read. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. If you like this, please like, subscribe, share, comment. I would love to hear your comments. And until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye now.